Hey guys, I've got something really cool to show you. It's a scale that you probably heard, but you might not know the name of it or where it comes from. I'm going to demonstrate it in D, but I should tell you that Rosie, my guitar, is actually tuned down a whole tone. So the strings are D, G, C, F, A, D. So standard tuning, but just down a tone. Okay, so this is a scale. And coming down. So here are the notes. D, E, F, G flat, A, B, C, D. And this basically works over a dominant 7 chord. The reason that this works is because it's basically spelling out the dominant chord. Okay, so what is this in terms of intervals? Obviously we've got D as a root, E is a major second, F is a minor third, G flat is the flat 4, A is the 5, B is the 6, C is the flat 7. Okay, so let's put this scale over a series of, over a progression which is all going to be basically dominant 7 chords. We're going to do this in G. To C7. E flat 7, C7, D7. Okay, so in G7 the scale sounds like this. And the notes are G, A, B flat, C flat, D, E, F, G. So over the C7, it's the same shape, but everything's a string higher. So it sounds kind of like this. And the notes are C, D, E flat, F flat, G, A, B flat, C. Okay, so for the next one, over the E flat 7, basically what we did before, we're going to slide everything up 3 frets. And the notes there are E flat, F, G flat, A double flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, the octave. Okay, and obviously the D7 at the end is a semitone below that, or half step, and that's the scale that we started off the video with, so you've already got the notes of that. Okay, Okay, so where does this come from? Well, we can see that when I did this initial scale in D, the notes D, E, F, G flat, A, B, C, D, there's only one note difference from the C major scale, isn't there? C major is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So no sharps, no flats. Well, we've got one flat here, which is G flat. Thinking from C, that's a flat 5, isn't it? So what we've got here, the parent scale that this scale is coming from, is C major flat 5. And it's a C major scale with obviously G flat in there, a flat 5. So most of you probably know your modes, and you know that C is the Ionian mode, C major is the Ionian mode, D Dorian, E Phrygian, F Lydian, G Mixolydian, A Aeolian, and B Locrian. So obviously when you move one note out of the C major scale, in this case G flat, that follows with all of those other modes. So what do we get? If we've got C major flat 5, we've got D Dorian flat 4, E Phrygian flat 3, F Lydian flat 2, etc. It just flows all the way down. You know, if you've got a flat 5 at one bit, it's flat 4, flat 3. It's the same thing on each part of that, you know, on each mode. That's what's going to happen. So this is obviously the second mode in this, you know, D Dorian flat 4 is the second mode of C major flat 5. I know this sounds really, you know, it's a lot of jargon, but it's a simple concept if you just look at the notes and you figure it out. Okay, so far I've just presented this over a dominant chord, and this is D7. So we know that the A minor, A is the Aeolian mode typically, but in this instance it's the A Aeolian mode but with a G flat in it. Well, normally the Aeolian mode has just a flat 7, which is the G, but we've got G flat. We've also got F and E. So thinking from just A minor, you can think A minor with the minor 6, with the double flat 7, but when you actually look, A minor with the 6 in there, that's actually the chord F, isn't it? It's F, and when we do that, that's actually D7 again. So it basically is, I call that progression, it's like the James Bond chords. In fact, I'm going to do that down here, and I'm going to do it in G minor. Okay, so the chords here, I think, are G minor, E flat, G minor 6, C7, it's the Hendrix chord on D, which is actually, this one is a Phrygian flat 4. That leads us back to the So they sound totally different, but that's the nature of modes, isn't it? That when you use a certain scale, but then you use it from a different key bass or a different bass note, it suddenly sounds very different. Anyway, I just put this together very quickly, and forgive my carpal tunnel awful fingering. I am working on it. It'll get better as we go on. Anyway, so thanks. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it sort of made sense. If there's any questions or whatever, just ask. I'll probably do a follow-up and show you some more of these modes and how you can use them. It's quite interesting. Well, I think it's interesting. Maybe you will too. Have a great day.